And up next on SecureNinjaTV, we speak with the man himself, John McAfee, here at CES 2016.
Secure Ninja.
So I'm speaking with John McAfee, the legendary John McAfee and presidential candidate. He's here at CES. How are you, John?
I'm great, thank you.
Excellent. What are you doing here at CES?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Actually, I'm here for EveryKey, and I came to see some of the startup companies and hopefully find something else I could work with. I work with a number of startups.
Awesome.
I'm out here to re-announce my presidency with the Libertarian Party. We're having a major announcement. There's a politician who's changing parties to the Libertarian Party, and he will be the highest-ranking Libertarian. And so we'll be on stage together announcing some things. So.
Excellent.
So I'm killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah, definitely. So what is your main reason for running for president?
Someone has to change things. I mean, the biggest problem we have in America today is cybersecurity. I mean, proof in the pudding is the Chinese walked off with 21 million records from the Office of Personnel Management. They were not even encrypted. We are decades behind the Chinese and the Russians in cyber warfare and cybersecurity. The Chinese and Russians have weaponized software that is so far advanced we can't imagine it. Right. And we're doing nothing. And we clearly have no security. There have been dozens of hacks against the US government, the FBI, the Office of Homeland Security, and the biggest one, of course, the Office of Personnel Management. At least 12 hacks against the US government and the Department of Defense.
Right.
By unknown hackers. We are supposed to be a power in the world. So this has to change because the next war is not going to be fought with bombs and battleships and airplanes. It's going to be fought with software.
Right.
And it will be far more devastating than anything that could happen in a nuclear war. This is what people do not understand. Just 4 days ago, unknown hackers took down part of the Ukraine power grid for half a day in the middle of winter. Using a very old, simple piece of software called Black Energy. Good Lord, it just takes advantage of a few Windows backdoors. So we're in a tragic situation. Our power grid is 50 years old. The computers that run it are 25 years old. We have no security. Anybody can hack in, take down our power grid permanently by overloading, by taking control of temperature systems. So we're in a tragic state. So I think I'm one of the leading security experts in the world, and so none of the other candidates are. And I think the largest problem in America is our lack of cybersecurity.
Right.
So that's the reason.
It definitely is. So besides bringing awareness to the issue and our lack of cybersecurity, what will you actually do as president to make things better and safer?
Well, you know, the first thing I want to do is I think I'm going to get rid of the Transportation Security Administration.
Okay. Hey. Okay.
I don't know anybody who likes it. I'm joking with you, kind of, but not really. Right. We need an Office of Digital Transformation, or whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it that now. It's just as a working title.
I like it.
And we need to hire the people that the government fears most, which is the hackers. Right. You know, DEF CON, which is held here in Las Vegas every year. I keynoted it 2 years ago. I was here last year. The brightest minds in software in the world are here.
Yes.
The government makes them enemies.
Yes.
Why? They are, quote, hackers. Wrong. The government should have booths set up all over DEF CON saying, we're hiring and we're paying a lot of money.
Yes.
We have to do that.
Absolutely.
And so we have to somehow find the money to hire the proper people, because clearly, within the government, we don't have the right people. If we did, the hacks would not be happening. And we would have a capability that would be equivalent to the Russians and the Chinese, and we don't. So we need an Office of Digital Transformation. We need to staff it with really bright people. They've got to be hackers themselves. How can you fight hacking if you're not a hacker? I'm a hacker. I mean, that's why I got into antivirus. I understood the mindset of the hacker.
A long time ago, too.
Thank you very much for reminding me about my age. So.
You were one of the first, which is a good thing. You were right there in the beginning. So it's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. So you say you're working with a lot of startups and you really believe
Yes.
in the startup movement. What's the reason behind that?
Well, number one, I think entrepreneurism is a very difficult thing to start in America now. Mounds of paperwork that the government makes you fill out.
Yeah.
requirements, and it's ridiculous. So I think that the health of our economy and the future of our society depends on entrepreneurs like Chris here. And a couple I talked to over here, there's one called Kuyo, which is a device that goes in front of your router, which gives you absolute security in the cloud. And then across the hall is one which gives you absolute privacy. Yeah. It also operates in front of the router, and none of the advertisements and pop-ups get through. They just don't show up.
Yeah.
And so it's products like this that we need, because we're losing our privacy. Everyone knows that.
Right.
I mean, Edward Snowden didn't need to tell us.
Right.
We all knew we were being spied on.
Right. At least within the cybersecurity community.
Right. Surely. So,
yeah.
and the biggest spy is this device right here.
Yeah.
You know, if you have any software you've downloaded from anywhere, it's listening to you. It's watching you. It's looking at your contacts and reading your emails and sending stuff off to God knows where.
Right.
So we're losing privacy, and we have to get it back.
Absolutely, and so many consumers are not aware of that, exactly how deep the problem goes.
Everybody's carrying them, taking photographs. They're all spying on us.
Yeah, yes they are.
They are. This is the absolute fact, and yet we ignore that.
Right. Are you still working with Demon Saw?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
He's just one of the brightest minds I've ever met, and a wonderful person.
Definitely. Well,
and he's doing really, really well with that product. I mean, it's being accepted, globally very well.
So tell me about your involvement with EveryKey.
Yeah, well, okay, so EveryKey, again, it's a security product. It's the ideal product for someone like me. I've got so many accounts, so many passwords. Every week I have to reset a password because I've forgotten it. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. I don't have time for that. You know, I lead a very busy life. So with EveryKey, I don't have to remember a password. I don't have to remember the code on my phone. If I drop my phone somewhere and I walk away with my EveryKey, my phone locks down. So does my laptop. It can open my house, start my car. It's perfect. Right. And it's the wave of the future. I mean, really, the password paradigm has to disappear.
Absolutely.
Because and everybody has a different set of qualifications. Okay, you must have an ampersand and at least one capital letter and 3 numbers. Good Lord, please. Right. So it's unmanageable for me.
Right. Because this way people can make complicated passwords because they don't have to worry about remembering them because the EveryKey remembers them, I guess.
The nice thing about Demon Saw, by the way, is we have social encryption. Okay, yes. So you don't worry about anything. It's just, if you can remember your first name and where your mother was born and the color of your first girlfriend's hair, then you can at least communicate with someone who knew all those same factors. So. Yeah. But yes, it's the world is changing, and then the password paradigm is going away.
Definitely. Well, we're glad to see you doing all these wonderful things for cybersecurity, and good luck in your presidential, campaign, presidential campaign, and we'll catch up with you at DEF CON.
Pardon?
We'll catch up with you at DEF CON. We're there every year.
I'm always at DEF CON.
Okay, so. Awesome.
Yeah, okay, so here we are. EveryKey, get one. You need one.
It's so small.
It is small. Isn't
I like
nice?
that.
Boy, there's a little fob for your keychain if you want to put it on there. So.
Excellent.
So I've lost 3 of mine already. So
no.
I have to.
But you can call the company.
But you call the company and then it shuts it down. So.
Right.
Just like a credit card.
Good precaution right there. Well, thank you, Mr. McAfee. Wonderful to speak with you. So glad to finally meet you. We're all big fans of you.
Thank you.
And we hope to see you again.
All right. Thank you very much.
Good luck with everything.